Greetings, I am CrossKnights, and this is Galerians. Galerians is a late 90s survival game that plays a lot in the vein of Resident Evil, like, 1 and 2, and I guess 3. Was it called 3, or was it called Nemesis? Or was it called Resident Evil 3 Nemesis? Whatever. Regardless, it's like that. Except, you know, you're not exactly the... God. I guess I'll just let the game speak for itself. I doubt a lot of people remember this game. I think I've mentioned a lot of times that I've played, like, all the games from my childhood. And that's definitely not true. But this was just a weekend rental. I played it on the weekend, never heard from it, beat it before I returned it, but it did kind of leave an impression on me. I never really forgot it. And during hiatuses, I actually have time to, like, go to some weird stuff. I don't really have the will to, like, revisit 90s jank a lot. And the game doesn't hold up game-wise, let me just say that. I don't know, I hadn't really seen anything like it, some of the stuff that they did, so... And I always get worried about how long I should leave these intro sequences on, because I feel like they end up showing, like, a lot. They end up showing too much a lot of the time. But that's fine. Because, you know, it's not like the 90s games are cut with cutscenes. They'll just show, like, all the cutscenes, but yeah. I guess violence warning. It's not quite as crazy as it would be if it was a more modern game, though, because the graphics give limitations. But, there's some gore, you know. Figure I might as well mention that. Galerians. So yeah, over about 2 weeks ago, I played through the whole game. It took me like 2 days. The game's not very long, but it could be long. You can die. It's not that forgiving. New game. Let's do it. It's interesting that the game's cutscenes are letterboxed, because this was before widescreen TVs, right? And because of that, I'm just gonna zoom in whenever there's a cutscene, because otherwise there'd be a lot of black space.
I sometimes have a frightening dream.
Heart rate normal. Administer the Nalcon.
Won't that destroy his brain cells and prove fatal?
It might, but we must follow the clinic chief's orders.
Okay, then.
Rion! Rion!
Who are you?
They're coming. They're coming to get me.
Why are you calling me?
I'm scared.
I've never heard of such a quick dosage cycle.
Me too. I'm afraid it may have destroyed the patient's memory. I'm surprised he's even still alive.
I'll go check the data.
Alright, I'm up. They don't give you a lot of instructions. So when I said Resident Evil, I meant it. I cannot use the analog stick, and it has what is known as tank controls. So, left and right, turn your character. Back makes your character go back, no matter what. No matter which way I'm facing, the down key on the D-pad will always make me go back. The forward key will always make me go forward. There is then a run shoulder button, so I hit L2 and it makes me run whatever direction I'm facing. So then I'm just hitting left and right. Tank controlling around. It makes it a little bit hard, like you take these really wide turns. You can't, like, yeah, that, like, that's as narrow of a turn I can take when I'm running. The reason to do this, so I'm gonna hit forward and run. If it used the D-pad then, and, like, directions actually mattered, like, depending on where you are, I would start running in the other direction. It's because of this multiple camera view that these old games used. But, alright, I was strapped to the bed, they injected something in me, and now I am up. Alright, this is a list of drugs we plan on administrating or have already administered to Rion. All of them have the potential to greatly enhance strength, but we do not know the long-term effects they may have on the body and DNA. We hope to collect the necessary data as soon as possible. Okay, the B-ject is what they use to... It's a thing you can just use to inject drugs into your body. So what are this? I'm not going to be able to read these drug names for anything. But these look like these can be injected into normal people's minds and they'll give them powers. But it said there was no need to give them to Rion, which is who I am. Nalcon is the drug that they mentioned at the beginning. They injected a whole bunch to me and they're like, it might kill him. And they're like, yeah, but you know, that's what we're supposed to do. Creates a powerful shockwave. That's the mental power you'll get from that. Then we have Red. Gives you pyrokinesis, or the ability to create flames. D-Felon. It lets you manipulate gravity. So it's not really gravity. It says patient to perform an anti-gravity field around an object. Okay. I mean, it's effectively telekinesis then, right? They're just putting more words on it. Short. This is when your brain has too much psychic energy, and it starts shorting out, and if it shorts out for too long, you'll die. Recovery is healing. This stops shorts. This makes it so that if your brain shorts out, it'll get rid of it. And this causes you to have a short. And skip increases your mental power. So all of that's important. All of those drugs are in the game. We'll get them at various times. Let's try to get the hell out of here, yeah? It won't budge. Also, this is before, like, voice acting got good. I've heard worse voice acting, but some of it's very not good. It's a storage cabinet for PPEC. I need a key to open it. I think the PPECs are the drugs. Who am I? I wonder how long I was here. And why am I here? How did I get out of the bed? Was it with my own power? It's locked. There must be a way to open it. Now, I hate to admit that I was in this room for so long when I first played this. But there's another button that I haven't pressed. This is the sense ability. You can sense different objects. More importantly for puzzles, you can sense how to open doors. You know what my AP is blinking now? You'd think that's a good thing, right? And in some ways it is. But we'll not worry about that quite yet. So I'm seeing a vision of someone who is on that bed. It may even be me. The way you get out of here, though, is to sense not the first door, but this door.
Where did I get such power?
Now, are there any drugs in this room? Because if not, I'm in trouble. They don't really indicate where search points are a lot of the time. Or maybe I start out with drugs? I do. I'm good then. Alright, so let's get out of here. We'll be seeing that loading screen a lot. I'm probably going to cut it out when I can, though.
Rion!
What am I doing here?
How did you get out of your restraints?
What was in that shot you gave me?
Rion, return to your bed now!
How did I get this power? Why can I do this?
I don't know anything. I just administered the PPECs.
What? It's all because of the psychic power enhancement chemicals.
Ask Clinic Chief Lem. He knows all about it.
Clinic Chief Lem.
Ow. You shocked me. I'm just gonna ignore you. Let's just walk around the room a little bit. I got a security card. Woo. Ow. Why would you do such a thing? Get a recovery capsule? Yes. I think you can carry 12 items. Whee! Too fast for you. What were they doing to me in here? Later, you bum. You actually don't have to fight a lot of the enemies in this game. But due to your limited inventory, like, you'd think it's a survive- Oh, crap. No. What are you doing to me? How dare you?
Rion. Oh.
Now, because I spent too much time in that room, my psychic energy got out of control, and this is what is known as a short. That's what they were describing in that article. Once your psychic powers get too much. In order to lower it, you need this drug. So you just have to be very careful. Your psychic powers are always increasing, especially if you're just running, they will be increasing, so you have to be careful. If you're caught without this drug, it is game over. If you save at the wrong time, it could be game over, like you could soft lock yourself, so. Is that a statue of a goddess? Where on earth am I? Now, when you're not like losing out, you see that thing that says Nalcon. Then I can actually use a psychic attack and damage people that way. But if you ever, like, have too much psychic energy, you start shorting out, and you become more powerful, but you walk really slow, and you're taking constant damage, so. It's cool. There's a nice little trade-off there. Alright, you need a security card to use it. Fortunately, I picked up the security card. Now, I do believe, yep, there's my map. When it turns that bluish-white color, that means I have explored that area. Very useful. Because it is easy to get lost, and you really need to know where you've been, because you're going to have to explore everything.
What the hell are those doctors up to?
They got a headache, and they're going to have to call out from work.
Well, it looks like the rabbit's out of his cage. Return to your room, and you won't get hurt.
Same to you, buddy. Now, can I... if I time it right... Oh! Now, you can get kind of stun-locked. You have to time your powers correctly. But they can also get stun-locked. These guys in particular, if there's just one of them, they're done. You just have to hit them once. They'll keep on getting knocked over. I do believe that I will be leaving through that way. Or is it this way? It's this way. Good thing I didn't keep on going that way. It's locked and there's no unlock button. I wonder how it opens. So it opens with a button that's there. That's why, like, the sense power is really cool. I forget what it's called. There's a psychic power that's based around objects, and I used to know the name of it. Not a lot of characters have it, but it's a really cool power. I think there was a movie called, like, was it Jumpers or something? And I think some of them had it. They were like, there were movers, those had psychic powers. There were seers that could see into the futures. But then there were sniffers, and those were people that could pick up an object and sniff them and tell who was interacting with it and find out information about the object. It's a cool power. I think more media should have that power, basically. Not everyone needs to be psychically moving things and lighting things on fire. Not that I have a problem with that either. It's of course fun. That's why everyone does it. You see a recovery capsule. I'm not really... I mean, I don't need to be too precious about these recovery capsules, especially since I've played the game now. I think I'm just gonna heal myself here. Maybe a mistake, but it's a mistake that I'm allowed to make. Because, again, limited inventory. There we go. These things I will never get rid of, though. Those are the things that get rid of my psychic energy. It's just an interesting thing. It's an interesting mechanic where it's like the AP is your magic points, but if you use your power at any time. It's just you can't use it when you have too many magic points, and then you use something to get rid of your magic points. I don't know. It's a little bit of an inversion. You see an orange box. It contains Team Fortress and Portal. No one's gonna get what I'm... Alright. So I got a B-ject. We read what that does. I can now inject drugs into myself because his powers come from... They're refreshed by the drugs. That green... I almost said orange. Wow, that's like a weird dyslexic mistake that I haven't made since I was a child. But my brain was like, say orange. That green bar, when it runs out, I will not be able to use my Psychic Blast anymore. And I believe... Yep, you see that button over there? It's a button you may remember from before. That door I could not open before is unlocked. The weird thing, though, is a lot of times you'll, like, hit the button, and it'll say, like, there's a button. And then you have to hit the thing again for him to use the button. So, when I first played this, I did not... I, like, went there, it's like, there's a button. I'm like, okay. And I just left, and then I came back, and he used it. I'm like, what the hell? There's a mirror.
This is my face? Who am I? How long have I been here?
This poor boy has clearly had a bout of explosive amnesia. Didn't even remember his face. But yeah, there's drugs hidden everywhere. There's really no indication of where they... Like, see, you see that? Like... It was the other part behind the desk that gave me the recovery capsule. And it can be annoying because sometimes, like, a desk will have, like, 2 lines of dialogue and you're just clicking and clicking and click. Shh. We're just gonna leave him. We're just gonna leave him alone. Don't worry about him. He gets to live for now. Oh, crap. No, what? I don't know why I auto-targeted over there. Yeah. There we go. So I do believe this is our first save point. Now let me just make sure there's not any spoilers in my save file. Nope, that's just I stay. You can have a there's 4 different chapters, and it looks like it took me 6 hours to beat this. That's a lie though, because when I died, I went back. And this is one of those games. If you die, it brings you back to your last save file. So, brutal in certain circumstances. Yeah, like, really, really brutal. On an emulator, though, you can just make a save state. Since you have to go back to the title screen, I like to make both types of saves. It's just safer that way. But I would just load from my save. Like, I'd save in the save room and load from my save state, because it was, like, 20 seconds faster, because you have to go all the way back. You die, there's the death animation, you go back to the title screen, then you have to load your save state, and like, there's no point. There's no point in putting myself through that. Made the experience a lot better. I wonder why I am here. That being said, I didn't die too many times except during boss battles. Then I died a lot. So I expect that to be the same here. Here's another interesting thing about this game. There are multiple bathrooms that, as far as I can tell, have 0 game purpose. There's no lore. There's no items. This is one of them. I don't understand why they've done this. They're just like, there has to be bathrooms. It's immersion breaking. But, like, I don't see where these guys are eating. That didn't break my immersion. That was a great camera angle. Sorry. You know, I might have just been able to sneak past him without killing him, actually. But it's not like I am going to have to come back here. If you don't kill enemies, they're here when you come back, so... That sleeping guy, though. He's still asleep. I wish I was so cool that I could sleep standing up, like this guy. Don't look over here. Nothing's happening. Alright, I think it's about time to dose. Now, fortunately, it only shows that cutscene the first time you use it. It won't show it every time. That'd probably get pretty annoying. 14F. Can I go to a lower floor? There's my map. Okay. I thought about sneaking around him too, but I'm just like, alright, let's clear the way. 2 hits and you're done. Oh, crap. Fuse is blown. Maybe you can find a replacement. Psychic powers. That doesn't really help at all, but okay. Wow, you walked really confident. I guess you didn't see Ted back there with his brain on the floor. Join Ted. Fred. Ted and Fred. Thick as thieves. Also dead. Dead as thieves. Okay. There's a key on the wall. By the way, it probably took me like 40 minutes to get to this point the first time I played. I just didn't know what to click. Scientists. Hello. They will try to kill you too. They're just worse at it. They got a little stun gun. That's... Oh, is he dead? Yeah, they're dead. They're not innocent. They did this to me. Alright, clicking around. Nice. Okay, that's the storage container in the first room that I was in. Oh my god. Go around the... God's sakes. What does this machine do? Looks like it tortures children. Was that Rion? I'm not sure. Also, there's something I'm wondering. So his name is Rion. Not a name you've probably ever heard of in Japanese or in English. So there's an interesting things with R's and L's in Japanese where they're the same letter, and they're kind of a combination. I know I've mentioned this before. It's not like la or ra, it's like ra. My pronunciation's not going to be great. Elementary Japanese was a very long time ago. But because of that, certain translators would translate things. I remember when Death Note came out, light was sometimes translated as raito, like righto. But it was supposed to be light, and that's just because it's like written the same way in katakana. Okay, 9607932. What could that mean? Looks like it needs to be used there. So anyway, I'm wondering if they translated Leon as Rion. I don't think so, because that should have been corrected at some point in the other media. Because there's actually a full-length CGI movie that's basically all the cutscenes to this game, and might be better than just playing the game. I'll try to remember to link it. I'll probably forget. It's on YouTube. Someone, like, illegally uploaded it. It's just called Galerians Rion. So if you want to see it, there's both the Japanese version in one chunk, and the English version in parts. So, it was uploaded like 13 years ago. It's nice that they even have toys in between them experimenting and torturing us. There's that, at least. Someone thought maybe give the kid a teddy bear. And it's that type of forward thinking that makes you a great scientist. And a good guardian. It's locked. You sense cold air beyond the door. Well, I did get a key. Am I able to go here? This is where the fuse is. I don't really have to walk all the way back to the beginning to get in that locker, do I? I might. I definitely might. Because it's right there. It's here. It's right here. And I didn't find the key to this room. Was I supposed to find that yet? Let me just look in here real quick. If I don't find anything, I'll cut it out. It's just that the wall looked like the wall in there, but no, there wasn't going to be 2 keys in the same room, right? I don't know. I guess I just walk back. But I thought when I first played this, there was a way to just get into that room. I don't know. It's a bit of a long trek, but... Oh! Sleepy boy! Wait, I should probably try to get into that other room that he's guarding, right? Oh, whatever. I don't think I can get in there. I just remember that I can't get it. We're gonna move on. Oh, whatever. It's fine. I wonder if that guy keeps his injuries or if his health resets. Alright, is that first corridor with the goddess? The Gorgon Meesinks. I was playing... Okay, so also, I played the original God of War, the one for PlayStation 2. I finally got my PlayStation 2 emulator, which is great. I own it, but, like, I don't want to... I really didn't want to get another capture card, because it's so hard to get a good one that actually is good quality, and then the setup is ridiculous. But, yeah, I learned that... So Medusa is a Gorgon. They're the same thing, it's just... Medusa's a particular Gorgon. I didn't realize that. I was always calling them Medusas. Oh crap, my psychic powers are maxed, I gotta watch that. Storage cabinet. Need a key to open it. I do believe... Oh my god, I had the freezer room key the entire time! So another thing that this game does not do, that really screwed me over repeatedly, liquid explosives. If you have the right key, it does not just automatically get used. You have to select it. And I just didn't remember that I got the free... Like, I got stuck for, like, half an hour once, and then I looked up an FAQ, and it's just, like, opened the store, and it's like, how? I don't have the key! And then I looked at my inventory, and I did have it. This isn't the way I should go, though. Right? Oh, no. God damn it. No stabbing. Alright. Stabbing. But that's what you get. Was it worth it? I mean, he shocked me, he didn't stab, whatever. So, okay. If I had used the freezer room key, I would have gotten the fuse so that I could have come back here immediately. And I wouldn't have needed to walk back. But since I did it this way, I now have to walk all the way back again. Thus drastically increasing my AP. It's fine. I'm still doing way better than I did the first time, and I got out just fine. So I'm not worried about wasting resources because I'm running around. Because I ran around so much more before because I didn't know where I was going. Huh, he's just back asleep. This door is locked. It says Special PPEC Office. Ugh. Alright, so I just need to go into the place with the floating babies. You're too slow. Worst guard. Literally got hit by a psychic blast. Went back to sleep. I mean, look, he's probably not being paid enough to care. He's being paid enough to run after the kid that has psychic powers, but people have different priorities. Different things that give them pride. Alright, I could have opened this at any time. Beep beep. And we're in the freezer room. I wonder what this machine does. Hell yeah, give me that. I wonder what this lab equipment does. So insightful. It's good to know his thoughts, and his thoughts are what the hell does everything do. Wonder what that red button does. I wonder what this horrifying soup of eyeballs and organic matters is about. Didn't so much wipe off his ass as hit it twice. Alright, probably don't want to sense that anyway. Recovery. Nothing else? There's a box on the shelf. I wonder what it contained. It couldn't just be one pill. You see a loose fuse. Cold air started blasting in. How can it be stopped? Yeah, I wonder how to stop. People are gonna wonder how to stop me if I keep on saying that. Oh, not that way. I mean, I wouldn't have known to do that. Good job, Rion. Did I finish my RL rant? Yeah, I did. Okay, so yeah, Yagami Light or Light was translated as Raito, but that was in fan subs. It wasn't in anything official. But no one's making that mistake anymore. This is something you would only happen like in a '90s translation. Also, so Lupin, based off a Sir Arthur Conan Doyle character, was sometimes translated in the early fan dubs that I saw as Rupin. And, like, I'm just saying it happens. I'm not saying that is what happened here, but, like, it's possible. I don't know. So, yeah, I could have just gone back there. But what have I gained now? I gained the liquid explosion. Okay. I think I have everything that I can get on this floor. It just took me a little bit longer, because I forgot what keys I have. So this is the first thing that I needed to look up was this. I had no idea that I was supposed to do this. And then once I did that, maybe I should use my powers again. Okay. I probably did figure that I needed to do this then. Yeah, maybe don't stand that close, jeez. A whole new floor, filled with more terrors. Oh god, I'm remembering that music, the tick 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 tick. It's a very abrasive thing to put in your soundtrack, guys. Security code has been changed. You can't unlock it. I really don't want to fight both of them at the same time. It can get hectic. Even these crappy guys. So, you don't get to sleep. You, paradoxically, do get to sleep, though. Also, I gotta remember, the range on these powers is always farther than I think. Because there's no animation for it, right? There's only the pulse from your hands and the pulse on the target. So, like, you're given no indication on how far you can go. But, like, it's not infinite, but it's always farther than I think it is.
Rion, where are you going? Do you really think you can escape?
Who are you?
I'm Lem, clinic chief of this facility. You are the most promising subject so far. Return to the isolation ward. Your brain will short if you continue to overdo it. You refuse to listen, eh? You leave me no choice but to terminate you. Secure the entire isolation ward and lock all security card slots. You have nowhere to run now, do you? You've deeply disappointed me, Rion.
I mean, look, I've done pretty well for myself so far. Let me see, Clinic Chief Lem's image is gone. I think we're actually going to leave it here for now. I think that's a good introduction. How am I doing drug-wise? I got so many recoveries. I'm gonna have to get rid of some of those at this rate. And might as well just pop this. Boom. So that's what happens. Any other time I use Nelcon, that'll happen. It won't play that injector image. which again is good. So yeah, this is Galerians. It's not that long, but we'll see how long it takes for me to record it with all the deaths and whatnot. But I don't know. I did beat it. I might not have too many deaths. I might be good enough. This was definitely way easier to get here. So, thank you very much for watching. Thank you, as always, to my lovely patrons, including my three new patrons, Ball Out New Vegas, Stray, and Voracious Vulpus. I looked up how to say it before, and now I've forgotten. It's not in front of me either. I can't even sound it out. But yes, thank you very much. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Later.